An intense contest is on the cards. It's Delhi versus Bangalore in Abu Dhabi. The winner gets a confirmed spot in the playoffs. And for a 5-point preview of this game, we're now joined by Sanjay Manjrekar and Tom Mori on Whirlpool presents ESPN Cricket for T20 Timeout, powered by Dell. Up first, after that lovely patch of 250s and 200s, Shikhar Dhawan seems to have lost his way. He's getting out early. Tom, we're saying Delhi need Dhawan to be more cautious in the power play.
Look, I don't think cautious is the word. I think, I think it needs to be emphasised how important it is that he plays his role in that side. And I see his role as someone that bats through the innings. I think as long as you stress that, reconfirm to him what his role is, it'll refocus him, because what we do know with Shikhar Dhawan is once he gets in, he gets big scores.
Sanjay, is Prithvi Shaw's form affecting Dhawan's approach? Should it affect his approach at all?
See, Dhawan is not the kind of player that will, mold his game according to what's happening around him. Somebody like a Virat Kohli can do it. The moment you put the burden on him to sort of, take care of the others because they're not playing too well, then he's going to be a bit confused. And I don't think he has that kind of, ability as a player to be that malleable, to use the word, to adjust to the conditions. So I'd rather put the onus on the guys that are failing rather than asking Shikhar Dhawan to do anything different.
Right. In the last game against Mumbai, Delhi made 3 changes. Prithvi Shaw, Harshal Patel and Praveen Dubey came in for Rahane, Deshpande and Akshar. Now we are saying they need to bring back Akshar Patel in for the leg spinning all-rounder Praveen Dubey. Tom, do you agree?
Look, big for chopping and changing the team, but I was a little bit surprised to see Akshar Patel left out of the side in the previous game. I like him in the side, and particularly against this opponent. I think left arm spin is a good matchup, particularly for the middle order of RCB. So I would be, if I was involved with that outfit, be very keen to have that left arm spin option.
Sanjay?
Yeah, I think it was haunting Delhi Capitals for a while that they were not playing a wrist spinner. So maybe that pressure built up on them. Akshar Patel has had a magnificent IPL. So I was a little surprised that he was dropped against formidable opposition with, some real high quality players in the opposition. I think they'll bring back Akshar unless it was a fitness issue.
Now, Sanjay, for Bangalore, Isuru Udana replaced Dale Steyn in the last game. But given the conditions, shouldn't Bengaluru now consider getting Moeen Ali back for Udana? He adds some batting strength as well.
I think Udana has done really well because, the problem with the beach is that they've got a Mohammad Siraj. And Saini is going at almost, 9. And his average is also very high. So he's a guy who is not your stingy 4-over bowler. And they've got Mohammad Siraj along with him. So they've got to have somebody like an Udana who takes the pace on and brings a bit of control. So when you look at the other 2 seamers in the side, I think Udana is an absolute must. And it would be unfair to leave him out. So I'd like to see Isuru Udana continue.
Tom, is Moeen Ali a tempting option given Bangalore's slightly iffy batting performance? They rely too much on Virat and AB in the middle overs.
Yeah, look, Moeen Ali is a tempting option on any day of the week because he's such a competent all-round player. But I'd agree with Sanjay in that Isuru Udana is, to me, undroppable purely because I think he provides what is needed for RCB, and that is that defensive option as a bowler. He also gives them a left arm angle, which provides a little bit of variation to the attack. I think the concern for RCB should be more around how they can attack and defend their 120 balls with the ball, not so much with the bat.
For Bangalore, as far as the batting is concerned, they've relied a lot on Virat and AB in the middle orders, but there's been no other real contributor. And so in this must-win game, Bangalore's middle order now needs to step up. Sanjay?
Yes, and I think that's been the issue with RCB, and Tom is absolutely right. The bowling also needs to step up. It's not just the batting that has to really make up, but the kind of players they've got together, they will always feel the pressure against good sides. So Philippe has been opening with Padikkal, and Virat Kohli is batting at number 3. And it's not the ideal number for somebody like Virat Kohli. So unless they want to make a little swap there, which is unlikely, but Virat could open with Padikkal and have a little more time to get going, and have Philippe, if they want to play him, maybe bat at number 3.
Tom, Washington Sundar, Shivam Dube, Gurkirat Singh, do these names inspire enough confidence in you?
Look, it's not what you'd call the blue ribbon middle order of the IPL. It's nothing like what you see with Mumbai Indians, for instance, that boast an incredibly powerful and experienced middle order. This middle order is relatively inexperienced. What RCB must do leading into this vital contest is making sure that every individual is looking within to be the person that wins the match, and not suddenly look outside and look in particular at two, iconic players in Kohli and de Villiers.
Right, now on to the Delhi bowling. You're always looking for your strike bowler to set the tone in a game. Kagiso Rabada has been wicketless in the last couple of games, and we believe Rabada now needs to deliver in the power play, Tom.
Well, he's bowled 18 overs, hasn't he, in the power play, and he hasn't got one wicket, which is a remarkable statistic, given that he's taken, a total of 23 wickets outside of the power play. That is a concern. The ingredients is there, but he hasn't had the fortune of taking wickets. So I'd agree with that sentiment. Is that he needs to deliver, as in try to find some sort of impact in those first 6 overs, because he's a genuine wicket taker, but he hasn't been doing it in that power play.
Sanjay, stats say what they do. In that case, shouldn't you then rather bowl him in the middle and the death, and take that pressure of bowling in the power play off him?
Yeah, maybe not bowl him as much, but 1 over is an absolute must, because this is a guy who bowls brilliantly with the new ball. And let's not forget, this is a long IPL, and it's very difficult for any player to maintain that same level of performance right through. But Rabada, got to trust the champion. If you're not getting wickets with the new ball, don't bowl him too much with the new ball. Nokia as well is going for runs in the last few matches, which is also very unlikely. So these things are to happen. But Delhi Capitals, problems, we know exactly where they are not. They are not so much in the bowling department.
Who will it be a manic Monday for, and who will it be a magic Monday for? We'll find out. It's Delhi versus RCB in Abu Dhabi. For now, thanks Tom and Sanjay for joining us on Whirlpool Presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 Timeout, powered by Dell.